Hi, I just finished watching the Trollhunters series on Netflix, and I have some thoughts. I really just picked it up on a whim one night when I had free time and it was there in the animation section, and I didn't feel like watching an old Disney movie. So yeah, I watched it. I watched like the whole thing because there was something about it that really enticed me. But I don't know, it went up and down with the quality and me liking it. And I made a list of things I liked and didn't like. Let's see. Okay, the good part, the best part, was the animation was absolutely gorgeous. Like the way the characters moved and that glowing armor and just the way the trolls like carried their heavy bodies was just wonderful. I thought I was watching a Pixar movie because the quality was just that good. And maybe I just need to watch more recent cartoons, or maybe this is the future, but it was just so lovely. Like, it was so good. It was much better than the other cartoons Netflix made, like the Madagascar show or the Puss in Boots show. Those are fine, but this animation was just so lovely. Like, just the little inflections of people touching their faces, and the hair had that kind of shine to it that wasn't of great quality, but the eyes were big and expressive, and just like the whole home and like the comfortable movements and the folds was just so nice. It was so stunning to look at. It was great. Let's see. I liked the Jim character, Jim Legg, the chosen one hero boy. He was a nice guy. He reminded me of those typical Nicktoon heroes that I watched when I was younger, like Danny Phantom and My Life as a Teenage Robot, Jenny, XJ9. I don't know, it gave me that feel of, those two characters were heroes and they had silly teen problems, but they were also responsible heroes dealing with the whole secret identity thing. And Jim was a pretty good, he was very watchable. He was very endearing. I like that. I really like that one episode where he had, a lot of things on his plate. Like 20 different people were coming at him at once because he was all responsible for these different things, like to the trolls, to his friends, to his family, all that. And he had this one device that he could solve all his problems with one like little push of this time-stopping toy, and he did it logically. Like he stopped his friend from being hit by a bus because conveniently that was just about to happen. That was like his pusher to finally use it because he was trying to decide on what's the right time to do it. And made me think like people don't always have the perfect time to plan stuff. They have to just start doing something. And he did, like he did it logically, step by step, like he went all across town doing the stuff he had to do, and he did it logically and it made sense, and yeah, it was really good. I liked seeing that very much. And his eyes were a really pretty shade of blue. I mean, it was just nice detail. Oh, and I also liked that he had a good relationship with his mom. I mean, his mom was a doctor, she was working a lot, and a lesser kid would have been like all pouty and angsty, being resentful, but instead, the very first episode was about him making like a lunch for her because, she was tired from coming back from the hospital, and doctors have super long shifts, so it was just really sweet. And it was kind of neat that his like food chopping and chef abilities came into fighting later on. That was neat. Also, I liked that his mom actually took the time to try to talk to him about why he was acting weird about this whole, excuse me, about this whole like secret identity thing, and like, what are you doing? Why are you staying out so late? Who are your new friends? Stuff like that. I like there were actually one or two episodes where she sat down and said, I'm past being worried. I'm just scared. Tell me what's going on. And like you, I don't know, it was just really well played out. And when she finally did hear about it and there was like this magical condition that she had to forget about it, she was like, can you please tell me what's actually going on, like afterwards and all that? Can you please tell me? She wanted to know, and it was just this really sweet moment between them where it's like they have so much care and responsibility for one another, and they want to be close. They are close, and they want to be just as close. They don't want that to change. Also, my favorite line, probably in the whole show, was when Jim the kid, he was fighting this bully who was really, like, just preppy designed and all that. He's like, good thing your mom's a nurse, because I'm about to knock you out. Like, Jim gave him, that one big punch, and he's like, actually, she's a doctor. And just the way he delivered that was so cool. So, yeah, I think the dialogue between him and his mom was just so sweet and so, like, refreshing from all this whole, oh, parents don't understand, blah. Hmm. Oh, speaking of adults, I love that Kelsey Grammer, like Sideshow Bob, was a voice actor in this show. Like, I love his voice. I was a huge fan of Frasier. I was just happy to hear him. And yeah, he played a typical, like overly intellectual, like uses vocabulary no one understands kind of thing, but that was okay because I just like hearing his voice. And I like how one character commented on, "You have a sweet voice, but it doesn't solve our problems." I liked that. Okay. In general, the show was just really pretty to look at, and that's mainly why I like kept watching it because just all the design was so lovely and like just had this great texture. And that's like always DreamWorks' strongest power is its texturing and animation. But here's where the show didn't completely win me over because DreamWorks has these old problems of where they're really good at making something beautiful, but they're not really good at making solid stories, mature stories, like, smarter than the average bear. Like, they're want to be edgy, but they also want to appeal to kids, and they're wanting to appeal to kids makes them stupid. Like, kids aren't necessarily stupid, they're just innocent. And DreamWorks tries to be so goofy that it just falls into being too stupid to really want to watch again because, I don't know, it's just almost embarrassing. So things that I didn't really like. The fat friend Toby. Yeah, that's an old trope of like, oh yeah, haha, fat guy fall on face. No, that's just a really lame old trope, and he wasn't charming. I found him annoying. He talked too much. He tried his best to, be helpful in the problem, but yeah, I'd hate it when he talked. I did not like that kid. But I really, really didn't like the girl, Claire, the love token. She like her voice actress got on my nerves because during every situation she had like the same tone of voice when she was speaking, and it just made me feel like, okay, this chick is just reading from a script, she's not really getting into it, so I didn't care, like I did not take her seriously. And her character did not endear me in any way. I mean, like, she was pretty good at stuff, but not so much that she was kind of braggy, or that she didn't really have any flaws. She was just, okay, I'm up for this. Like, it was so fake and so annoying. And I don't know, she made a lot of dumb mistakes, which just made her a liability to me. So it was just every time she was on screen, I was just, like, we don't need you. I know you're into it because the plot, but the plot is just begging you to be here because Jim has a crush on you. We're just trying to pull you in somehow, and just the pull was so inorganic and annoying. So yeah, I did not like seeing her. I also like literally did not like seeing her outfit and all those clips in her hair. Who has that? That's not cute. That's not fashionable. That's just ugh. What's another thing? Oh, was talking about that line that DreamWorks is scared to cross. There were some scenes that were really cool and actiony and like, well, like versed and all that, and there are some that just didn't want to push that envelope and made it too like safe and kid friendly. And that annoyed me so much. Like the little goblin troll thing that was her fake brother, he could have been more of a douche. He could have like just, been the bad guy that no one could do it. I mean, I guess they were trying to make his character likable, but I liked that he was kind of, back and forth the double agent thing. But then when we got soft on Claire, it was like, you kind of lost what I liked about you. You're not really trustworthy. And that was exciting because I never know, like, what are you gonna do? Who are you gonna go for? One good scary scene was when like the changeling teacher guy, when he was like slicing his hand on the knife to show that, if he got hurt, the mom got hurt. When he did that, I got chills. Like that is a scary situation. It's like the one person you really want to hurt and the person who really doesn't deserve any hurt at all. That scared me. Like his ease, like when he just sliced his finger on that big ass blade. It was amazing. And that's where the show kind of gets me. It has these really cool moments, but then it has all these stupid, like, loser kids are cool kind of thing, and it's just not that charming. I think they needed to, like, be a little more mature, or if not so mature, then not try so hard to be cool when you're just trying to be that cute, rated G wholesome. I don't know. I would have really been happy if the big zombie bad guy at the end, Angor Ra, had set the house on fire when he was trying to kill them. That would have made me so happy because it's like, okay, these actual trolls who are too big to fit should cause some house damage other than just saying, tight, too tight. That would have been so much fun. But, oh well. So, do I recommend Trollhunters for other people? Not strongly, no. I mean, look at it if you want to look at something really pretty, and if you're into just like fairy mythology, like, changelings and trolls and all that. If you're interested in that, sure, but that's a small sliver of entertainment. I can't say that all the characters are great. I can't say that the plot is very enticing because it's like, a typical superhero kid hiding his identity thing. Most the strongest part is the animation is really gorgeous. So, if you've seen it on Netflix and you're thinking, should I waste my time on it? Should I not? Mm, I mean, the plot was enticing enough that I kept watching. Like, I watched all 26 episodes, and that's kind of cool that they had 26 episodes. But there are a lot of moments that I rethought of that I was just kind of groaning because it was annoying. So, watch it if you want to. Just keep your expectations low. Just low expectations. Keep your eyes open, but your ears, you don't have to listen to too much. So that's my review of Trollhunters on Netflix and probably on other websites because you don't need Netflix to watch TV. And yeah, that's my word. Boop. Subscribe.